30 Dumbest Ways Students Got in Trouble. According to Reddit. Number 30. A friend of mine once got called out for staring at the teacher when he was told to pay attention. Oh my God. Number 29. I found out cocaine was a drug by accident. I made a joke about a classmate's dad selling coke, and in my head I imagined him driving around in a big rig with a Coca-Cola label on it. Similar to the delivery drivers, the teacher reported it to the principal and I got scolded for talking about drugs in class. I had no malicious intent. I genuinely did not know what it was. But since I was 11 when it happened, the principal just assumed I was lying when I said it, and I didn't know what crack cocaine was. Right. Well. As we power through this list, number 28. I was suspended for a full week for looking up dark poetry. Well, that's a stupid reason indeed. Number 27. The only time I ever got detention was because someone sneezed. I responded with "bless you," and then I got written up for being disruptive. Number 26. Having a bra strap showing. I was in drama practice and wanted to get water from the fountain, so I took off my silly costume top and left the auditorium. Yard duty immediately saw me and proceeded to berate me, despite knowing me and the fact that I was a good kid who never got in trouble. A strong runner-up would be the answering of a call from my uncle. It was lunchtime. The call was less than a minute, and he was wishing me a happy birthday. My phone was confiscated for the rest of the day because I was told talking on the phone instead of with my friends was antisocial. It's the explanation that gets me the most. You know, I'll tell you one thing, man. It didn't matter what age I was. I dare you to try to take something that's mine that don't belong to you. You know what I mean? Touch me and get fucked up. Number 25. In elementary, I forged my mother's signature on a permission slip to go to the zoo. What the hell was that? Okay. In elementary school, I forged my mother's signature on a permission slip to go to the zoo. They called her to tell her that she had signed the paper, but forgot to check yes or no. I was so close.
You sound frustrated tonight. Hang in there, less than 3.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. Number 24. In the hallway I said I missed the stupidest answer on the test. Not too grammatically correct, but I was in middle school. A teacher in came out of her class and berated me for my vulgar language and tried to get me to apologize for swearing so loudly in the hallway. I sincerely had no idea what was being spoken about, and I basically just kept playing dumb. I really don't know what you're referring to or what you heard me say. I promise I didn't swear in the hallway, etc. According to my friend who was in her class, the teacher thought I said that was a stupid ass test. Number 23. I once got a letter sent home for pretending to play RuneScape in real life with my friends in primary school. We were all between the ages of 10 and 11 and used fallen branches as equipment such as an axe to wood cut. I was completely baffled, and my parents didn't say a word as they felt the same. Number 22. Sadly, there's a worse one, but I feel this one fits the thread better. Of course, all schools have a no hat policy, which I respected, although I love my hats. It's Dia. You really didn't have to, Dia. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Sadly, there's a worse one, but I feel this one fits the thread better. Of course, all schools have a no hat policy, which I respected, although I love my hats. I was in middle school, age 6 to 8, or grade 6 to 8, and my older sister was a senior in high school. We went to pick her up after school, but we drove to the wrong side of the building. There were 2 sides for pickup, and she was on the opposite side with her friends. Because it's impossible to get out of line and over to the other side, my mom asked me to...
I was sent to detention for coughing loudly.
Sorry to hear that, deadly slaying. Taught your ass a lesson though, didn't it? It's a joke. I'm sorry. The irony may be that maybe there is a lesson to be learned in life being unfair, and that those who are situated in seats of power are going to abuse it at pretty much any and every opportunity that they receive. So the fact that somebody could have gotten away with detentioning you for coughing loudly is the real nonsense there. But we have to live under the assumption that people who are on that bullshit and treat people in a certain way are gonna get their comeuppance eventually. And since most of us will end up dying alone, if not settling for something because, they allowed certain doors or windows to close, thinking that a better door or window would open, they'll get theirs, you know what I mean? And maybe it'll hit them real hard one night where, the alcohol's not gonna be enough. Razor blades, all of that corny ass shit's not gonna be enough. Maybe they'll want to kill themselves, And then who will be coughing? Sadly, there's a worse one, but I feel this one fits the thread better. Of course, all schools had a no hot policy. No hot. Yeah. Nobody's hot. They have a no hat policy, which I respected, although I love my hats. I was in middle school, grade 6 to 8, and my older sister was in senior high school, and we went to pick her up after school, and we drive to a side of the building that's the wrong side of the building, but my mom can't get out of line, so she's all like, hey, can you jump in the line and go to the other side, you pussy bitch, because it's impossible to get to the other side, nigga. So I've got my jacket and my hat. I didn't take them off because I don't even go to this school, and it's after 3, and I just have no reason to. I walk by all these kids who are much older than me, and I don't even look like I belong, and I walk inside. I'm almost out the door, and I see my sister when I am stopped by a teacher. Excuse me? What are you doing? I stopped, thinking I'm in trouble for trespassing or something. Made sense to me in the moment. I look at her and said, getting my sister? What are you wearing? Clothes? Hats are against the dress code. Take it off or I'll write you up. I just shook my head because I don't have to follow dress code. I don't go to the school. I told her, but she didn't believe me. She asked for my name and told me to be in the principal's office in the morning. I said, okay. She should have swore at her ass, man. How could a little kid resist the opportunity to swear at a teacher at a school he don't go to? You better be at the principal's office in the morning. I'll be like, fuck your old ass, you stupid saggy titty bitch. Husband probably cheating on your ass if you got a husband. Psh, you probably don't. Saggy titty bitch. Saggy titty bitch. Number 21. We were writing a test in class and I had a recyclable plastic water bottle on my desk, which was nearly empty because this was near the end of the day. What ended up happening was that my weight shifted as I moved down to the next line or something like that, and my elbow hit the water, sending it across the room to spill on someone else's desk. So let me get this straight. Not only do you have your water bottle just on your desk, you know, you don't have the lid on it. There was a small scene. The kid whose desk it landed on was angry because I'd spilt water all over his test, but I thought it was an overreaction. I didn't really like this kid anyway. Nigga, you spilt water on somebody else's test. What you mean is an overreaction, yo bitch ass? You better come lick this fucking water up, you stupid bitch, while I smack you. We both ended up being sent to the principal's office. Can you imagine? You know what I mean? This nigga spilled water on my test. I gotta go to the principal's office. She heard both sides of our story, but didn't believe me for some reason when I said it was an accident. So she decided that we would recreate the scene, just to see if it was plausible. And I could, by accident, knock a water bottle across the room. This is like you moving a chair and it makes a fart noise. And you just keep moving the chair trying to make that exact noise so that people know that you didn't fart. Except she didn't want to use a water bottle, or maybe something that she thought the argument was over, one made of hard plastic that you can refill. So she made me hunch over the table like I'm taking a test, and she sets her coffee mug down beside me. But she wouldn't listen to me trying to clarify and made me try to show her what happened. So I put all my weight down on that elbow, let it slide on the table, and I knocked her full travel mug across the room at the other kid, who for some reason they made sit at his usual desk for the demonstration. The handle broke off, he got hit with hot coffee on his ankles, and I got a day of detention because I couldn't get it high enough to spill it on the desk. You know, it's shit like that I have to read. Number 20. Breaking my ankle. Oh, you got in trouble for breaking your ankle? Pussy. Number 3rd grade. Number 3rd grade. Wow, I just saw a number and my brain just fucked up. They're bold numbers. You read those numbers, okay? Try to remember, buddy. You gonna be okay, buddy? You okay? Okay, buddy. 3rd grade. I was playing football and got pushed down. Ankle hit a rock and I was sent to the office. I was yelled at for playing, and they refused to call my mom or give me ice, despite the size and color of my foot. This happened during first recess. My mom didn't get off work until 6. I was in a cast for 14 weeks, and I still have pain in the ankle almost 20 years later. Yo mama didn't sue. That's why we gotta thank God we live in that technological age. You know what I mean? Let some school not give some kid ice. Hey man, get a picture of this shit. Snapchat this video out, man. Hold up, you on Instagram? Put this shit on Twitter. I'm trying to get ice for my ankle and these hoes talking about they ain't gonna give it to me. Here's the address of this school. Come with your pickaxes tonight, baby. Come with your pickaxes tonight. We burning this mother to the ground. Number 19. I went through almost 6 years of high school without getting a single detention. Probably a month or two from graduating, one of my friends ditched school for about 20 minutes to go to McDonald's. He arrived back at school with a bunch of hash browns for my circle of mates to eat. So naturally I had one. Later that day, I was called into the deputy principal's office and was told off for leaving the school grounds. I received a lunchtime detention, and I was the only one that got caught. This is when you know you're a fucking anime character that's a fucking pushover, spineless faggot that's just stammering while shit's happening around you, as opposed to opening your fucking mouth and clarifying what the hell is going on, you beta cuck. Number 18, my high school didn't allow ripped jeans at all. Okay. I was in my dance class, we weren't dancing that day. When I was bending down to sit on the floor and my jeans ripped at my knee, I got sent to the administrator's office for it. Yeah. Number 17. I got detention for not attending a class I didn't have. Explanation: I was homeschooled for half of my classes, so at the time I had a first, second, and fourth period class. Rather than walk 20 minutes home, I hung out in the library and helped the librarian shelves books. Librarians shelves books? I'm getting pretty hot right now. Rather than walk 20 minutes home, I hung out in the library and would help the librarians shelve books. The head librarian was extremely rude, so I decided not to do that anymore, after informing the assistant librarian. One day later, my mother and I are in the principal's office for truancy, which my mother obviously argues against. The principal says he'll graciously give me a day detention rather than a week suspension, which is the typical punishment. Okay. Number 16. I sneezed in class when we were watching a water aid video and was given detention for laughing at the people in the video. Number 15. Some girl came in crying to the classroom and picked me out, saying that I scratched her with my keys. I've never interacted with this girl in my life, and I also got suspended. Women? Number 14. Bending a paperclip and laying it on the desk. Then the substitute teacher, she was probably about 70 at the time, came over and told me that was a weapon. I was 8 years old. Bitch, your ass is 70 years old. Fingernails are a weapon, you fucking slut. A strand of a dog's hair slices your ass at the wrong angle, you fucking dead. What am I reading, dude? Number 13, I made finger guns and said, hey, you going into the office, nigga, that's a weapon. I did this to a friend at the bus port, not during class. I was pulled aside and told to stop making gang signs and pro-gun signals. I was threatened with suspension and ended up getting a detention. Well, you should have shot all those assholes, man. Simple as that. You should have shot them. I'm just joking, YouTube. Calm down. Number 12. The teacher did some moronic thing, and some kid did a sarcastic slow clap when he turned his back. He warned me not to do it again. Me. Went back to the chalkboard, and the same kid did it again. The thing is, I had my arm in a cast. I physically could not make a clapping sound without taking my trousers off and slapping my leg or slapping my face. The teacher, if you clap one more time, you will be sent out. Turns around, other kid claps. I told you not to clap. Get out of my classroom and go to the headmaster. I have a broken arm. How am I clapping? Get out. Screw middle-aged men at private school. Huh. Number 11. Sharing a friend's locker. His teacher caught me opening his locker and sent me to the detention/accountability room. Sounds pretty fucking gay. Sounds pretty fucking gay. Your school has something called an accountability room. The lady in charge told me that it was a stupid reason for me to get in trouble for and sent me back to my class. Spelling is hard. Number 10. I was a senior in high school. We had just finished taking marching band pictures outside on a really hot day. Those uniforms are awful when it's hot. Anyway, we came inside to do section pictures, and I have my jacket off for a minute to catch some air. I have asthma and was having a hard time breathing. A band parent comes over and tells me to put my jacket back on, and I asked her to just give me a second. She goes and tells my band director that I was being flat out defiant. He yells at me before I get a chance to explain, lets me explain myself, and then he apologized. It's called asthma, bitch. You better shut the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Number 9, I once showed a teacher that you could remove pen graffiti from the tables by drawing over in pencil and using an eraser to rub it off. She said she better not catch me doing that. Okay. What kind of person does this? Broccoli Broom. Number 8. When I was a kid in charter school, we used to walk in line with our hands behind our backs, and I ran out of line to hug my mom, who surprised me at school that day. I got detention. Fuck you, Mrs. Baxter. Number 7. I finished the week's homework on Monday, made a lot of effort on it, and as I knew I would not have to do anything for the rest of the week, my teacher yelled at me and made me wipe it out so I would have to redo it according to the lesson plan. That was the moment I stopped caring about school. Never done anything but the bare minimum since. It's funny. I would imagine at least 80% of people being put through the corny-ass school system as we know it are being disillusioned on a daily basis, if not hourly. Like, school is just so awful. And the wrong person at a terrible point in a young child's development can fuck them up in ways that, you know, nobody can fucking know. I actually have more than 2018 videos on this channel. How insane is that? Number 6. I think I was either 7th or 8th grade, but lunch just started. I ended up getting pooped on by a seagull, so I jokingly threw my jacket at my friends. Ew. The vice principal saw what I did and sent me straight to the office. So I sat there, thinking she was going to come in a few minutes. Nope. The bell rang and she sees me. What are you doing in here? You told me to come here. Why did I send you here? I threw my jacket at my friends. Oh yeah, if I see you do that next time, that'll be considered harassment, and I'll make sure you get suspended. Sorry, I didn't get anything to eat. Is it okay if I grab something to eat before class real quick? No, that's your fault. Fuck you, Phyllis. Number 5. I got a referral for being pushed down a flight of stairs by a bully. He got detention, but no, I get punished more because I must have provoked him. Yeah, bro, what were you wearing? Yes, because the school bully needs a reason. Okay. Number 4 has been deleted. How charming. Someone else responds, my son had similar. He and another kid were playing on some equipment in the playground. The other kid was being very rough with it, and it broke. So the teacher tells me that my son deliberately broke school property. Now my kid is a complete nerd and would never deliberately break anything. So I did a little digging. Turns out the equipment had already broken and had been badly repaired already. So basically I told the school that they had better make the damn play equipment safe and installed correctly before the before they accuse kids of deliberately breaking it. Kids playing on ply equipment at school, even roughly, should not be able to detach a metal pipe that's bolted to the ground. And I mean little kids too, grade 3. Little kids, man. I got a nerdy ass kid, man. Number 3, I got detention for going to class in gym shorts because someone hid my skirt after PE. The PE teacher actually told me to go to class and she would look for it. Math teacher was an AUL bitch. She was an owl bitch. and gave me detention. Number 2. Okay. In first grade, I finished a test and flipped my paper over, indicating... Oh my god. What the fuck? Ugh. Excuse me. Number 2. In first grade, I finished a test and flipped my paper over, indicating that I was done. Waiting for the others to finish, I drifted off into daydreaming. I snapped out of it when the teacher yelled at me for staring at another classmate's paper and copying their answers, when my test was already flipped over and I was simply daydreaming. I'm still salty about this, and I'm 21. Number 1. I once set the monitor screen upside down with Control-Alt down. And I got sent home. Yeah, I did this with all of the computers in the computer lab. Didn't get caught. Had to wait for IT to come because everybody's fucking stupid. Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, bro. What seemingly subtle thing annoys you greatly? Really subtle buzzing from lights in classrooms and gymnasiums. I swear to God, that shit is so annoying. I'd rather learn in the dark. Drivers who overtake you on the road, then slow down once they're in front of you. Credit card chip readers that say, wait, 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 beep, beep, remove now. I don't know. I haven't seen those. Or heard them, I guess. Guests picking up things in your house and putting them down in other places. See, yeah, this is why you don't have people over. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. So what is there left here, you know? What is there left? It's a short list. Wasn't even 30 minutes. It's almost as if I don't embellish any of these, they would all be done in not even half, but maybe even a third of the time. So it is what it is, right? I'll read 5 of these. What's the closest you've ever come to losing your life? Number... Nah, this can be its own list. Yeah. Sidney Crosby, I would never let my children play hockey. The risk of getting drafted by Edmonton is too high. You motherfucker. Today I learned that, wait, why is this, not safe for work? Let's find out. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I've seen this. Never mind. It's elephants. Never mind. Sweet God.
I tackled the machine to get this money, yo. I've been saving it for years. Here ya go. XD.
I like the way she says XD at the end. XD. I appreciate your donation, Broccoli. Thank you for being amazing. At first, you really had me for a ride. I was under the impression that you tackled the vending machine because, you know, you gave it your money and then you didn't get something in return. That truly is the reason to get hostile with a vending machine. Faith says, Kyle, my school has specifically told us not to talk about how one of our teachers was fucking a student, and they sent a kid to ISS for it today. So go public with that shit, Faith. You guys live in the era where the world is at your fingertips. So if one of your students, one of your teachers is fucking a student, right? Or was fucking the student. And people, like the school, has gone out of its way to tell y'all niggas what not to talk about. That's not how it works, okay? This isn't a dictatorship. This isn't like some kind of fucking dystopian, what the fuck? You don't get to do that. Sorry. Are you kidding me? If I could not be at a school like that. So anyway, he was fucking this student, right? I mean, every fucking day, you know? And if they told us not to do it in class, in the hallways, I would just be like, oh, I would come up with a song. I would write a song. I would write a song, put it on YouTube. What y'all gonna do? What are they gonna do about that? Right? You know what I'm talking about? Oh my God. XD. Okay. But yes, I love you all. Sorry, I was captivated by this. Some dude made a post and it says, "What I have to live with, Applejack trying to seduce me." This dude photoshopped a pony into a picture of him and created a scene. What a faggot. Faith goes on to say, Kyle, she was 14 and they refused to fucking talk about it with us, and they want us to be adults. Then stop treating us like children. Faith. I need you to grow up real fast for me. And think about how hilarious this is, okay? It's hilarious for just about everybody but the two of those assholes involved with it in it, because, you know, yeah, he had his way with her. You know, she's too young to be able to form, I don't know. You know, the bottom line is that's a 14-year-old girl. And 3 years in that hoe's future, she's going to realize any and everything that she's been doing up until that point in her life has been irrelevant. Because y'all ain't really alive, dude. Y'all are kind of just, you know, running on that hamster treadmill until you're old enough to really understand the world as it is. So, as rude as it is to say, any and everything about the identity of people below, you know, in most cases 16, 17, 18, is just the fact that they a fucking kid, you know? So the comedy in asking people to be adults about a teacher fucking a student that is underage is like you want us to treat, if we're all adults, does that mean, here's what I would have to say. If I was ever listening to this shit as a little kid at a school where a teacher got fucking these kids, and somebody was like, you guys better not talk about this. I was like, whoa. What do you mean not talk about it? Are you covering this shit up for them? And I'd have my phone out, and then I'd have like a piece of toilet paper, like it's a microphone, and I'd be jutting it in people's faces. Because, you know what I mean? That's what this school is. It's a giant toilet, okay? And they're like, oh my God, can you please be an adult about this? You want me to be an adult about it? Does that mean you're gonna fuck me? And then I'd push the toilet paper in their face. You get what I'm saying? Come on. It's just fucking crazy. What you're proposing is crazy. And I can't believe it's going on at your school, Faith. I hope somebody does the right thing and puts the school on blast for this whole shit. You know what I mean? Y'all all got smartphones. I hope you're all not spineless. And don't let some grown-ass niggas try to take a phone away from you. Like, that is your identity, you feel me? Like, it's not like the old days where this shit makes phone calls. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you, as a person, are on your fucking phone. You don't just hand that shit out to anybody, lock or no lock on your phone. Come on now. Y'all need to just have that phone at the ready. And when somebody coming at y'all with that bullshit, they're genuinely covering that shit up. It's one thing to imply, oh, you guys need to stop talking about this during class because it's interfering with the learning process or something. But to insinuate that these kids can't talk about this shit, come on now. Come on now. This nigga fucked a student. Come on now. come on now. What you mean you don't want us to talk about it? You know what I mean? You know what? You know who wasn't talking about shit? The people who knew that Harvey Weinstein was sexually abusing pretty much any and every woman coming through that fiddle-dee ass fucking company. And it's funny because, you know, you expect old crusty Weinstein to be all like, oh, come on and watch me shower, girls. You know what I mean? But when other people knew and they didn't say anything about it, you know what I mean? You can't feel sorry for them. Oh, I got kids to feed. You know, I'm trying to put food on the table and all this bullshit. You know, talking about what? What does that mean? You're gonna fuck me? Act like an adult? What? Jesus says Irving's gonna happen. Kyle, what does that mean? Everyone bitches and cries about things on Facebook and depend on others or a mob to form or for something to happen. Here's the thing, Jesus. I really don't like what this insinuates, and I may be reading this wrong and interpreting it wrong, Jesus. But what you need to understand is that the world is made up of completely different people. And what that means is that some of us are very aggressive, but other people are non-confrontational. And the world is a place that is for everyone. Not everybody needs to be aggressive. Not everybody needs to be, you know, non-confrontational. Like, there's a place for us all. But the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And something about this comment rubs me up the way where the implication is, oh, they should take matter into their own hands as opposed to whining about it. But the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Them bringing attention to this shit makes it so that, you know, people who otherwise might not have known about it can make something happen. Trust me when I say everybody in this fucking stream chat right now should have a mother. And at one point, your mother has lost her fucking mind. She has lost her goddamn mind. And what that means is, regardless of whether or not this hoe is wrong or right, she is past a point of explanation. And you would have to reach a point to know that she's past the point of explanation. Otherwise, you're going back and forth and nothing is getting done. Okay? So the bottom line is, sometimes the only way to make shit happen is to shame some people. Don't think that these motherfuckers don't know that this shit is wrong when they telling these little kids don't talk about the dude that fucked that little kid. Of course they know it's wrong. But the only thing that's going to snap them into acting right is attention on a scale that is outside of the bubble that they're creating in this school. If it gets media attention, national attention, yeah, these niggas are going to be forced to conduct themselves like actual human beings. Do you get what I'm saying? And yeah, bitching on Facebook sounds as lame and corny as it is, but hey man, when you're reaching people that you otherwise wouldn't and you're making change happen, however slow, I don't think that's something to be condemned or, you know, spit after. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It seems, Kaya, everybody bitches and cries about things on Facebook and depend on others or a mob to form for something to happen. I mean, hey, man, some people, there's nothing wrong with asking for help, you know? And maybe sometimes, yeah, we're barking up the autism tree for that help. But if it gets a fucking job done, you know what I'm talking about? If it gets a job done. Troll says, in before they go, you better not post this on Facebook. Pimp Daddy Fat Man says, I love Kyle rants. Oh my god, this is over. You guys have a, there's no derailing if the list is over, you fucking cucks. Oh. So, you know, the Discord is a real Discord now since we had to ban some idiot for being a little kid jackass. Fuck me, you know what I mean? I try so hard to talk to people on even terms when in reality sometimes you're talking to a motherfucker that would be the average type of person that you'd see in a YouTube comment section, you know what I mean? A sculptural masterpiece? Come on, I wanted to look at just neckbeard things. This guy sent himself hate mail, trust me guys. You're a stupid fucking anti-SJW. This blog is stupid. I hate you crackers. White people suck. Go suck a dick. Looks like I triggered more SJWs. Keep sending me these asks. They only fuel my logic. Ugh. What the fuck is this? When my religious family members debate me, they're not just debating me. They're also debating all my atheist authors whose literature I've consumed. Is that a cat looking from the ceiling? Ceiling cat? This is a low quality shit posting, my dudes. Oh my god. Roger Blankenship says, play the Year of the Dog update, Kyle. To be honest, I was looking at it and I'm wondering, man, am I excited about this? Soon they're going to edit Mercy out of that game. Mark my words. They don't want Mercy in that game. And I'll tell you one thing, man. When I play Overwatch, it's kind of just like me rolling my eyes wondering what the hell I'm going to do because I don't have friends, so I don't have a team. So it's not really a fun experience, so to speak. Like, I need to try to stop winning, and then maybe Hannah and I can have some fun, I guess. But until then, I'm having a blast in Monster Hunter, man. I'm having a blast. Why does Stripe say, don't play it? Why shouldn't we play, Pickle Weaver? Yeah. Thank you to my sponsors. You guys are incredible. You guys put up with me, and I appreciate you for it. So thank you to my patrons. I'm here for you whenever you need me. Send me a message if it's something that you need to get done, and I'll make it happen. Oh boy. So, if you guys need anything, you know where to find me. And here's hoping you had an interesting night. I'll try to... I don't know what I'll try to do. I want to have like a really chill... You know what one of you can do for me if you're listening and you care and you're bored and you have time? Find out for me if there's something that we can stream on this channel without worrying about getting in fucking trouble, you know? Post that in the Discord. Find out if there's something that we could watch on stream without running into issues. Because there's things that are on YouTube to stream, you know what I mean? But I don't know if I could watch it while streaming it. And that's the problem. But again, if any of you feel like taking that task up and then figuring out some shit we can just shoot the shit with and enjoy, we'll go from there. I may end up streaming soon, so if that's what you guys are down with, then look out for it, and I'll try to play some game or something. Love you guys, talk to you soon. I'll be around. Bye.